when the Bible said the heart of man is desperately wicked, he's talking about Nigerian politicians.
The End Bad Governance protest, which took place from August 1 to August 10, 2024, were a significant movement in Nigeria. Driven by economic hardships, including high inflation, fuel price hikes, and currency devaluation. The protest that was fueled by public discontent over economic reforms implemented by President Bola Tinubu, including the removal of fuel subsidies and the devaluation of the naira. Rising food prices, widespread poverty, and increasing cost of essential commodities led many Nigerians to demand governmental reform. On August 1st, peaceful protests broke out in states like Lagos, Kaduna, Kano, and the capital, Abuja.
I'm trying to delete my videos.
However, they quickly escalated when the Nigeria police force deployed tear gas and live bullets to disperse the protesters.
They are shooting tear gas already. You can see. They are shooting tear gas already. Don't panic. We are better than the boat. Hey, throw it back. Throw it back. Police are shooting already. They are shooting already. Police are shooting already. Hey, get them. Throw it back for them. They are shooting already. They are shooting already. We are hungry.
You went to the front.
We are not giving up. We will not give up. They must meet our demand. We are hungry.
Tragically, this resulted in multiple deaths and injuries, with at least 22 people reportedly killed across various states. A 24-hour curfew was imposed in several states, and more than 1,000 protesters were arrested nationwide. The Nigerian government imposed further restrictions, with curfews and police blockades. In some states, such as Kano and Jigawa, violent confrontations occurred as police used live ammunition. Demonstrations continued in key cities like Lagos and Port Harcourt. In Abuja, protesters defiantly disregarded police directives, leading to further violence and arrest. Some of the protest organizers were detained by the State Security Service. Amnesty International and other human rights organizations condemned the excessive use of force by Nigerian security forces and urged the government to respect the rights of the protesters and seek peaceful solutions. During the protest, demonstrators in several northern states, including Kano and Kaduna, were observed waving Russian flags, which quickly sparked widespread condemnation and debate. Some view it as a plea for external support against perceived governmental oppression, while the Nigerian government viewed the display of foreign flags, particularly Russian ones, as treason. Authorities arrested numerous individuals, including minors, aged 14 to 17, who were subsequently charged with serious offenses such as treason, destruction of property, public disturbance, and mutiny. Reports indicated that minors were detained alongside adults, leading to significant public outcry and concerns over human rights violations.
Now, this boy, 10-year-old boy, right? Me and this boy, they side cell. Apparently, these are the boys that the Tinubu government arrested, that they were flying Russian flag. All these children, when you see like this now, they go prison
because they could not secure bail for them. They are going to the prison now. I'm charging all these kids for treason. Me, I just came out of cell, and I was with them. That's the craziest part. This morning I was going to pee when I woke up. I was going to pee when I saw this boy. I was like, this boy is my children. So now we came to court. They could not grant their bail. They have adjourned the case. So where are they going to sleep? They are going to sleep beside the cell again. And already they stayed for more than 90 days. Today is the 93rd day. 93 days for all the children. See them everywhere. Today is the 93rd one. Boom. This one don't leave. Which food? This one don't leave. See everybody. And all the way from Kano. Where they carry from? Yes. From Kano. Brought them from Kano to Abuja. Where's their parents? Their parents now go they cry. Nobody see them. All these are kids. 10 years old. How old are you? And the best condition. 14 years. All of them are less than 17 years old. It's crazy. It's crazy and it's not fair. Come on.
Some of them who were looking quite malnourished, who were looking quite very sick, started slumping in court before the Honorable Justice Egwuatu. Justice Egwuatu, upon seeing the fainting of these young persons of school age, had to stand down proceedings abruptly. We had to rush some of these young children to the clinic within the facility of the court for them to be resuscitated. Some of them are still receiving treatment as I speak to you in the clinic. These young persons has been arrested since the 2nd day of August, 2024. Over 3 months, they've been left without clothing, without housing, without proper care. They are looking very malnourished, as you can see the videos that are flying around social media. They were kept at the Kuje Correctional Center and at the IRT, the notorious IRT at SAS Abattoir. IRT now, that is where they are. At SAS Abattoir. Now, this is the facility that has held our young children who should be in school that are being kept by this government over allegations of attempting to overthrow the president.
You see, basically, our own is very simple. Why should children, why should small children, why should they spend 93 days in police custody when they should be in school? And the government can arrest 10, 12, 13-year-old and keep them in custody for 93 days. But the government has not been able to arrest Yabelo 6 months after. Is it not a parody of some sort that we have two separate countries? One country for the rich, one country for the poor. Our laws are very clear. It's 48 hours. The police are in breach of the fundamental rights of these children. So we are not going to delve into the substance of the issue, which is already before the court, so that we will not make remarks that are subjudice. But what we are saying, when you arrest our children, you keep them in custody for 93 days. These children, they are already looking like they have kwashiorkor. They are malnourished. You understand? Then you cannot keep them in custody for this long. This is the reasons why our rating in the Human Rights Index is poor, is bad. You understand? The Tinubu government should discontinue the charge. We make a passionate appeal to the AGF, Baba Latif Fagbemi, that he should discontinue the charge. He should take over the matter and discontinue against these children, so that the children can return back to school.
During court appearances, some of these young individuals collapsed due to exhaustion, highlighting concerns about their well-being and the conditions of their detention. The legal proceedings drew significant criticism, particularly concerning the treatment of the minors. In response to mounting pressure, President Bola Tinubu ordered the release of the 29 minors facing these charges and called for an investigation into the actions of the law enforcement agencies involved. Subsequently, the minors were released after spending over 2 months in detention. Thank you. Kindly subscribe and share.